Well, good morning, greetings today. I do have a story time, and this story time is going to be about all of the times that my baby daddy disrespected me and treated me like trash while I was pregnant with our daughter. One thing that I will never forget is the fact that when I had stopped working at the Bush Airport because I was pregnant and I was sick all the time. My baby daddy was still working up there. He was still working up there, and he just used to get on my nerves. And then it's a story time about him I'm supposed to have been gave because he had cooties and gave cooties to me, his germs, from another female. I still have not made that story time because to me that's very personal, and I really don't like to get on here and say, things that other females may get on here and embarrass themselves and talk about their sexcapades and what happened to them in the midst of them having their sexcapades. But in my situation, I only had a sexcapade with that very one person, and that was my baby daddy. And like I said, he had cooties. Okay, but that's not what this story time is about. Okay, so he gets off of work at 6 a.m. in the morning. And he calls me. I'm 7 months pregnant. I'm slow rolling, big as a house, nothing but stomach because I was pregnant. And mind you, because of the fact that I was pregnant and had such a hard pregnancy, I was throwing up every morning. But he gonna call me in the morning and say, "What you doing?" And this time I'm hungry. Could you fix me some breakfast and have it ready by the time I get there? And he's talking about he want a tall glass of orange juice. I'm like, okay. So I go in the kitchen and I cook him some biscuits, bacon, some eggs, and I made him a tall glass of Minute Maid orange juice. By the time I was done cooking, he was at the door, so I unlocked the door and I let him in. He went to my room, put his backpack down, his jacket, uh, on my bedroom floor. I give him the breakfast that I made. He gonna say to me, the breakfast was nasty because I don't know how to cook. But he just ate it because he was hungry. Then he gonna tell me that the only thing that was good was the orange juice. I'm like, okay, whatever. But the next thing that happened, because I was ready to lay back down after I had cooked his breakfast, he gonna stretch out on my little bed at the time stretched out on my bed, and talking about he's fixing to take a nap. And I said, I feel like you should make a pallet on the floor. He's like, make a pallet for what? I've been working all those hours and I'm tired as hell. And you telling me this shit, I'll just leave and go to another female house. I'm like, okay, bye. But he never did leave. So, what he did, he stretched out, laid in my bed and slept for about 2 or 3 hours. And then when he woke up, he asked me, did I cook anything? I said, I ain't cook shit. So he left. Another thing that this nigga did to me during my pregnancy is like, I think I already told the story time maybe 2 or 3 times about the fact that he came to my house. And no, not that. Okay. I came to his house without telling him. And he had another woman there. He had another woman. And it was late. It was very late. It was like around 11 o'clock at night. He told me that I had to get the F away from his apartment because I don't stay over here. And he said he entertaining right now. And I told him, I said, you gonna tell me to get away from your apartment because you entertaining? And I said, I'm up here pregnant with our child. He says, so what if you are pregnant? Life does not stop just because you're pregnant. Life does not stop just because you're pregnant. And like I said, he didn't let me in there in his apartment because that woman was there. I got home, but I will never ever tell him, and I won't ever say it on here how I got home, because I got home in a mysterious way. All due to him, being caught with another woman and telling me to get the F away from his apartment. Okay. And then 2 weeks later, he had the audacity to call me and say his lights is out in his apartment. He don't have no food in his refrigerator because all his food's spoiled. Can he come to my house and spend about 5 days over there? I must have went off on him, cussed him out, and told him he a piece of trash. Then I let him come over. Okay, another thing that he did to me is like one time he and I were on the phone. And I told him that he make me mad a lot of times. Because he was telling people who were friends with both of us, me and him both, that he and I are not together. And I was sitting up there pregnant by him. Plus, he was still sleeping with me at the time. But he going around saying that he not with me. How is that when you sleep in the same bed with me? And then I say, you're very disrespectful. And sometimes I hate you. And I said, You make me mad a lot. He's gonna say, well, you make me mad because you won't look how I want you to look. You always wearing that same ponytail. Uh, I ain't never seen you dress up. I ain't never seen you in no regular clothes. And it's like if I bring you around my family, they gonna look at me and look at you and tell me that I need to throw you back where you came from. Because he said, because I won't get my hair done. This is what he said at the time, because I won't get my hair done. I don't get my nails and my toes done, and I don't have no decent clothes to wear and everything. So I was quiet for a minute. Then I hung up in his face. Because I just couldn't believe that he was sitting up there going off on me and saying those things to me just like I'm not shit to him. The things that he said really did hurt me. But he meant what he said. I know that much. And that is why when he finally got put out of that apartment, the same apartment that I used to come with him to after I get off of work and spend time with him, when he got put out, he begged me to ask my family could he live with us, and so I did. This like, and then is the fact of the matter is that he's living with me. The whole time he living with me and my family, every time he got paid from the Bush Airport, he sneaks off and links up with his baby mama, his other daughter's mama. He told me that he linked up with her 2 or 3 times while he was supposed to have been together in a relationship with me. Now, by this time, I had already had the baby. I had already had our daughter when he was linking up with the other baby mama, and our daughter was a newborn. Plus, he was pressuring me to have sex and everything when he knew that just because I just had my daughter and she was a newborn, I haven't had my 6-week checkup down there, but he was still pressuring me to do something and gonna tell me that he's sexually frustrated because of me. He just put me through a lot. Then this is one thing that I'll never forget. The same day that he went on and moved in with us because he had agreed to give something on the rent and give something on making groceries too, which he was doing that. But he was going off on me. I'm holding the baby. And he's telling me that my bedroom is ugly. I need to upgrade and give me another bed. I need to upgrade, give me some more dressers in my room. And I'm living ugly and talking about, I know you could do better than this. And I said, you know something? I have a feeling to make you leave because you pissing me off. Well, just because I'm telling you that you could do better, I'm like, I can't do better shit. It is what it is if you don't like my twin bed that me and you sleeping in. It is what it is if you don't like the fact that I'm still staying with my parents, but you had to come and live with me and my parent and my siblings. I'm like, if you don't leave me the F alone, I was already going through postpartum syndrome, because our daughter was a newborn at the time and she cried a lot. So I never really could get no rest. Sometimes he would get up in the middle of the night, as he should, and he would pick her up when she would cry like that. But all the other things that this nigga put me through, and he gonna sit up there and be sneaking around having rendezvous and hooking up with the other baby mama while he's with me. And then when he got back with her after he and I broke up, whenever I would call his phone, she's gonna tell him that I need to start respecting their relationship. Which was stupid, because she didn't respect me and his relationship, but I was supposed to respect their relationship. That's funny. But yeah. I mean, being pregnant is supposed to be a special time. But during my pregnancy, people just treated me any old kind of way and talked to me any old kind of way. And he was one of the people who was treating me like shit while I was pregnant. Besides, some people at the hospital that I was attending was talking crazy to me. And some people in the family was treating me any old kind of way. But the most of all, I needed him by my side, because there was a very vulnerable time and for me to be pregnant at that time. And he just didn't want to act right. And to this day, I love my daughter to death, but she got a lot of his ways. A whole lot of his ways. A whole lot of his ways. But I'm about to end this story time. Is all true. What happened, the things that happened in the year of 2010 when my daughter was born. But and before she was born, when I was pregnant with her. So until I post my next video, until the end, y'all stay blessed.